we have seen the roles of budget and the budget process. We have seen what exactly does planning, control, and what's it? Planning, control, motivation, communication, and goal congruence. Okay, now, and after that, we have seen the budget as a quantification of management's plan. That means how a profitability, a dividend payout, or how a non-profit organization deals with the budget, how a profit organization deals with the budget for both profit organization and non-profit organizations. We will be doing the budget. Okay, now the next one we have seen is budgeting role in overall planning and evaluation process. Nothing but what, sir? Where we have strategic plan, long-term objectives, priorities, and short-term objectives. Now tell me, I am missing something. What is that something, sir?
Allocation of resources.
True, sir. But what comes before the strategic plan?
Mission statement.
Exactly, sir. The flow should start from mission statement, strategic plan, priorities, and allocation of limited resources, nothing but short-term things. Okay, next. So we have seen this as well. Now, I asked you to maintain the formula book, right? Please write this in that. Okay, now next. Participation in budget process is what we need to structure. Now, when it comes to participation in the budget process, as I told, each and every level of the organization should participate in the budget process. Now, this was encouraged by not all the organizations. This was encouraged by only some organizations.
So can a company change or modify its mission statement? For example, let's say a well-established company like Tata Motors or Reliance Industries, for example. So these companies having in existence for more than 50 years or 100 years.
Yes, sir.
So at the time of starting a company, the company would have vision statement and the mission statement.
Yes.
So after few years, like 50 years or 100 years, so can a company change its mission statement or modify its mission statement, or it should continue the mission statement formed at the time of starting a company?
Yes, it can change. But let's say, for example, if you want to achieve 1,000 users, 10,000 users of your product, if you want to change, make sure the change should be more than this.
Okay.
Okay. So that means the company is growing faster. That's the reason why you have reaching your target faster and you want to reach more. Understood? Okay. So that's what, sir. In mock examination, first you want to score 380, 420, 460 like that. You won't come to again 380, no, sir, after 420. That's what. In the same way, you need to increase. Now, let's say, for example, if the company was completely disturbed by the external factors, like let's say, for example, you are doing the business, which is fine. But suddenly, the government has banned the industry what you are doing the business. In these scenarios, it is difficult to achieve the targets, right?
Yes.
The only option we have will be what is the goods we have that we need to sell and close the company.
Yes.
Or if there are any rules and amendments changing, then you need to act as per that. That's what, sir. It's completely based on external environment. If it is internal environment, you need to always increase your mission.
Okay.
Clear?
Okay, sir. Right.
Yeah, thanks. Now, participation in budget process. Yes, sir. When all the levels, that is strategic, tactical, operational, management, are involving in the budget. Okay, are involving in the budget. We call the type of budget as what, sir? Participative. That means each and everyone is participating. No, sir. I mean, each and everyone doesn't mean a person. Each and everyone means all the levels in the organization. Okay. Now, let's say, for example, if only strategic level of management is taking the decisions and asking the other two levels just to act as per their decision, then we call this type of budgeting process as known as authoritative. Understood? So participative is where you can see more results, sir. Why? There is a communication, there is a coordination, all those things. Whereas in authoritative, you are being do the work, you have been forced to do the work. Unless until to some extent it is fine, sir. If that exceeds with the limited resources, it is difficult. Clear? Now, who all are will be participating in the budget? Let's see. The budget process begins with the mission statement formulated by the board of directors. Now, this mission statement was formulated by who, sir? Board of directors. Please, that's what, sir. Please underline this type of the persons who are involved in the budget process, or who are the persons involved in tactical, all those things, because it will be helpful for us only. Because in interview we don't know, sir. Sir, I'll be telling you one funny incident. When I went to a job interview, the HR asked me to pass journal entry for purchases. We don't know what they will ask. Completely depends on their mood. So that's the reason why he may ask about completely theory, sir. He may ask you about pass the journal entries, or he may ask you to do solve anything in the Excel. We don't know. But we should be prepared for everything. Now, these are the basics. And everyone will be in assumption that most of the interviews what I attended in my life, they have been asking me only simple questions just to find out the basics. Understood? That's what. So these are the things where we need to remember. Now, who will be formulating the budgeting process, sir? Board of directors. Now, who all will be participating? Senior management translates the mission statement into strategic plan with measurable, realizable goals. That's what, sir. In tactical level managers, they will be giving the budgets of each and every department to the senior manager. The senior manager will be proposing all the department budgets to the senior management. Understood? Next, if the budget was approved, now the senior management says to the strategic level of management says to senior manager, the senior manager says to the tactical level. So the coordination is happening here, the communication also. Next, a budget committee department composed of top management is formed to draft the budget calendar and budget manual. The budget committee department also reviews and approves the departmental budgets submitted by operating managers. Just now what I told, sir, that only no. These all things was given by operating managers, nothing but the managers who are in tactical level. Understood? Now, after preparing the budget of each and every department, that will be overviewed by the senior manager. Understood? Now, this senior manager will be looking at each and every budget. He will be coming to the conclusion saying that, okay, sales department has asked this much, we may not get this much. Okay, so that's the reason why he will be asking us to revise the budget again. Senior manager only before proposing this budget to strategic level of management. So the corrections, the alterations are being done before the budget reaches to strategic level of management. Who will be doing this, sir? Senior manager. Understood? Next, a budget director primary responsibility is to compile the budget and manage the budget process. Again, sir, he will not see each and every like sales budget, purchases budget. No, the budget director always sees what, sir? Statement of financial position, because it includes everything. No, sir. Statement of financial position includes everything. That's the reason why The budget director's primary responsibility is what? Just to go through the statement of financial position, and based on that, he will be allocating the budget. Till now, any doubts?
Is he a person involved inside the budget committee of the department? Is he part of the budget department?
Yes, yes, yes.
So he's also TCW, as in top management.
He is in top management, but senior manager is different.
Okay, sir. So the senior managers, are they part of the tactical level? Or?
No, he is a part of strategic level, but he consider all the inputs from tactical.
Okay, because when the word manager came, I thought it was.
I know. That's the
Tactical,
reason why when
yeah.
I told hierarchy as well, I have written senior manager separately in strategic level of management.
Okay, sir. Got it. Okay.
Yeah. Clear? No. Next, middle and lower management receive their budget instructions, draw up their departmental budgets in conformity with the guidelines, and submit them to budget committee. That means what, sir? The budget instructions was made by middle level of management. Now, how they will be concluding this? By the inputs they will be getting from operational level or lower level of management. Understood? Like how, sir, how many labor are available for us? How many more we need to hire? What are the wages we are giving now? What are the materials we have purchased till now? Everything. Understood? Based on that, they will be preparing the production budget. Out of this production budget, how much I can sell will be done by sales department. Like that, each and every department will be doing their work. And by the end of the day, that each and every budget will be summarized as a statement of financial position, and that was given to the senior manager. Understood? Now senior manager will be going through it. If there are any changes to be made, he will be making the changes, and after the changes, he will propose this budget to the top level management. Understood? Top down authoritative budgeting. Just now I told no, sir. Top down. We can also call this as top down. Why? The budget is all over traveling from strategic level of management to operational level of management. Understood? Now, is imposed by upper management and therefore has less chance of acceptance by those on whom the budget is imposed. Understood, sir? Sir, let's say for example, I told the final examination marks was 360 to pass, which is fine. But what I told, I am conducting a mock examination saying that you should get not 360, you should get 440. Then only I will be considering you as a pass. Understood? So basically, I am changing the standard, no sir, here. Yes. Now, to get that 440, you will be doing more hard work. Yes. Now, let's say for example, if the same 440, the target was set by yourself. I have not given the sir. I have not given the target. You only said that if I get less than 440, then I am fail. If you think like this, then you will be studying with more interest, no sir. Why? Because you are imposing on yourself. Why? To find out your capacity. That is different. Whereas when I am pressurizing you to get 440, then it is difficult, sir. Understood? That's the reason why the acceptance for authoritative budget is different and difficult to achieve. Understood? Now, this approach has been advantage of ensuring consistency across functional areas. It is also far less complex and time consuming than coordinating input from middle and lower levels. That means here the most of the work was done by middle level managers. Why? They are acting like a bridge between strategic and operational. Okay, but if the strategic level wants to do all the budgeting process, it needs to get the information from both middle level as well as lower level, and they will be preparing the budget separately without the help of these two. Understood? In this case, it takes more time. Understood? That's what he's telling. Now, even having a budget set by an outside consulting firm is usually considered a top-down approach. Why? You have given the outsourcing, sir. Sir, do you know what do you mean by outsourcing?
Yes, sir. Given to a third
Yeah.
party to.
Yes, the work was allotted to third party and they will be working on behalf of us. Now, when the budget preparation was given to the third party, that is nothing but are they speaking to operational and tactical, sir? No. They are just going through the financial statements, they are just going to the historical statements, they are just going to the past performance of the company and they're preparing the budget for this year without communicating.
And
Understood?
moreover, they will follow the instructions given by the top level management.
Top level management. Exactly, sir. So what does this mean? Nothing but top down approach only, no, sir?
Yeah.
That's what. So this is also what, sir? Authoritative. This also comes under authoritative. The consultant may not fully understand the company's processes. Please highlight this point, sir. Now, not fully understand the company's processes and employees not fully involved in the process may react negatively. Understood? Next, bottom up participative budget. Sir, this is mostly friendly and everyone are interested. But sometimes this is a disadvantage and a demerit to strategic level management. Why? Let's say, for example, if I don't want to work or if I don't want to do more hard work or I don't want to put more efforts. In this case, if the budget is 1 million, I will be quoting 1.5 million. Even if there are any variances, I can recover from this 0.5 million extra, the 500,000 extra. Understood? So that's the reason why this is somewhat troublesome to strategic level of management. But it is budget friendly, sir. It is a friendly concept why each and every person is involving in this. Understood? So it is characterized by the general guidance from the highest levels of management, followed by the extensive input from middle and lower level management. Because of this level of participation within the company, there is usually a greater chance of acceptance and optimal decision making. The best example for what the target 440 you set was participative. The target what I set 440 was authoritative. Understood? Now, disadvantages of participating. Sir, please underline this point. Very, very important. Disadvantages of participative standards setting include its time and money costs. In addition, the quality of participation is affected by goals, values, beliefs, and expectations of those involved. Understood? So, sir, I know one railway employee where once the railway minister gave them some work. He's in a top position, sir. So the railway minister gave them some work and he had given the time of 6 months. Okay. Now, this is authoritative. Why? The railway minister is imposing the work to employee. Now, the most important thing is when they asked the employees who had given the minister who gave the work to, the employees went to the minister and asked, sir, 6 months is not sufficient. Please do the necessary thing. Please give us more time so that we can work more effectively. Then the railway minister told, okay, come tomorrow. I will be giving you the proper time. They went the next day and he had given the target within 4 months. And you know what? They achieved within 4 months. Understood? That's what. Why? Because of the pressure. Now, in the same way, if that is participative, the work which should be done within 6 months, they will be taking 1.5 years. Understood? That's what he's telling. Quality of participation is affected by goals, values, beliefs, and expectations of those involved. Understood, sir? Any doubts? Advantages and disadvantages of top-down budgeting, bottom-up budgeting. Now, when it comes to top-down budgeting, ensure consistency across all functional areas. Now, as the budget is being imposed, what sir? As the budget is being imposed, you need to consider, let's say for example, the sales department fears for strategic level of management. So even though the target is worse, they will be preparing. They will be concluding the budget what they have given. Okay. So basically they will be accepting the budget without any second thought. Whereas the production department will not be doing that. So there is the consistency is missing within the departments, right? Why it was imposed, sir, not it was participative or it came voluntarily. Understood? That's the reason why ensure consistency across all functional areas. Next is far less complex and time consuming than coordinating input from the middle and lower levels. That means what, sir? Less complex and time consuming. Why? If the middle and lower level of managers are involved, they may be complete the working within 1 week or 2 weeks. Whereas if the same budget where the top level wants to prepare, they will be taking some 1 to 2 months. Understood? Why? The decisions are taken, the small decisions was taken by middle and lower level of managers. So that's the reason. Whereas when it comes to strategic, all the decisions are taken by strategic level. That's the reason why far less complex, but time consuming. Understood? Next, disadvantages. An imposed budget is much less likely to promote sense of commitment. Understood, sir? If even though I directly told you need to get 440, now you will be thinking twice before promising me. Yes or no? That's what. Even though it is a good thing for us only, sir, you will be thinking twice. Okay, that's what. So basically, the sense of commitment which is negatively impacted will be in top-down budgeting. Understood? Next, bottom-up budgeting encourages employees to have a sense of ownership of the output of the process, resulting in acceptance of and commitment to objectives expressed in the budget. Sir, the labor or the managers have a efficiency to achieve 10,000 units in production. But if it is participative budget, they will be thinking and they will be compromised with their efficiency and they will be concluding that we can only produce 8,000 units. Understood? Why? Because of participation, they are rethinking, okay, can we do or not? If not, they will ask us, why have not achieved the target? So why to take risk? Let's quote less. Understood? This is what is happening if there is a participative budget. Indirectly, you are decreasing and you are having less hope on your efficiency, whether I can achieve or not. Understood? Next, enables the employee to relate performance to rewards or penalties. That means what, sir? Here in participative budget, automatically when you quote less and you achieve this 8,000, there will be no penalties, right? And the strategic level management will be giving you more and more of increments. Why? You told the target, you have achieved the target. Whereas in authoritative budgeting, you can't do that. Only after achieving, you will be getting the increment or the rewards. Understood? Next, provides a broader information base. Middle and lower level managers often are far better informed about operational realities than senior managers. Compared to the senior managers, middle level and lower level has the most information, more information. Understood? That's what. Next, higher costs in the time and money. Sir, he's telling not time consuming. He's telling higher costs in time. Why many are participating? No. It's what? And money. Why? They are decreasing their efficiency. Indirectly, you are restricting your efficiency means you are not setting your targets perfectly, no, sir. That means that is an indirect financial effect only, no, sir. Monetary effect only, no. That's what. Next, quality of participation is affected by the objectives, values, beliefs, and expectations of those involved. The same story just now what I told. Yes or no? Yes. Next, creation of budgetary slack. What do you mean by slack, sir?
Loose, not tight.
Not tight or loose. Exactly. That means you are restricting yourself. No, that's why the budget is not that much tight. Understood? Any doubt, sir?
So what is actually time consuming, sir? Top down or bottom up? What takes a lot of time?
Top down.
Okay.
Because they need to gather all the information from all the levels and they need to do the budget and then they need to take the decision. No.
Okay. So how is it an advantage, sir? If it's time consuming, it can't be an advantage.
They are not depending on others, no, sir. So the decisions will be proper.
Okay.
They are taking more time. They are
Okay.
not in a hurry.
Understood.
Next. Sir, simple, sir. Always remember, in any professional course, one advantage is others disadvantage, others disadvantage is ours advantage. Understood? So here he will be telling advantage, there he will be telling the same disadvantage. Understood? That's what. Next, that's the reason why if you remember one point perfectly, you can write all the remaining perfectly. That's what. Next.